I literally just rode up from church. I'm not gonna even bother with an intro. We're just gonna go for it. This is literally the third video that I have filmed today. I am exhausted, but I am not watching this tonight, and I'm not gonna not do a reaction. So here we go. The Nightmare Instead of Christmas? Hold on. Oh, hi. Hey! What are you doing? Sneaking up on me. Huh? Well, I was going to close the door, but the cat came in. Meatloaf. Here we go. Actually, for real. Sandersides.
Whose idea was this?
Oh.
Help, I need somebody help, not just anybody.
Meatloaf, would you like to come up? Here we go.
Who deny at dropping lines I am the best, for my talents are denounced foreign.
What?
Line?
Why?
Wide. That's it. We'll get it. One more time.
Good.
What is up, everybody?
Hey,
well, it is
come
that
back.
time of year again. The
Cat's
tree's
gone.
got no leaves, and like a refrigerated apple, the air is crisp and cool.
I don't think refrigerated
Except
apples
for
are
here in Florida.
crisp.
But, you know, I'm sure that it's nice in other places. I'm not jealous, I'm chill.
Like
Except
snow?
I'm not. Florida! Frightful weather or not, those sleigh bells are still jingling, our hearts are still ring-ting-tingling, and it is time to set our sights on that perennial favorite, Christmas!
Yay.
No?
Virgil,
You're
come
a
on.
mean one. We did a Christmas episode last year, Thomas.
Virgil
I mean,
Grinch?
yeah, Virgil. Christmas is kind of a yearly thing. It sure is. But you know what we still haven't done?
Christmas
oh my
shopping?
gosh. Easter? What?
What?
No. St. Patty's Day. No. Aunt Patty's Day. No. New Year's.
Aunt
By
Patty!
the time we're on the same page, maybe. Halloween? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good.
Halloween. 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 I mean, I don't care. I like holidays. So
Oh my gosh!
what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Shh, Thomas.
What is
I'm waiting for
happening?
the others to show up so I can scare them right out of their pants.
Affectionately. And then I'm going to, affectionately, scare them so freaking bad, they'll wet those same pants after they put them back on!
I'm so glad.
Wow,
He's so
Virgil,
comfortable with them now.
That's pretty evil.
'Tis the season.
But it's not.
Look, just don't mind me, okay? Just like keep doing your
Just-
thing.
Well, all right. This is great. Because
Good.
it means I get to sport my best costume yet. Your spoopy neighborhood Spider-Man! Pretty
that dental
right?
floss?
My mommy got it for me. Did someone say mummy? No.
What?
So you can go back down. Hey,
What is
guys,
happening?
Wow, clearly I have a strong attachment to this holiday. You guys look awesome. Thank you, Thomas. I put a lot of thought into my costume.
Jeez.
How'd you settle on being a mummy? What a better costume for me than zombie royalty. Fair enough. And
What?
Logan. Frankenstein's monster, not Dr. Frankenstein? I was going to be Dr. Frankenstein,
This is-
but Roman said, and I quote,
The
"That
nose.
dude sounds like a grade D dork. You should be the scary monster instead. You know, the real Frankenstein." You wrote all that down? Oh, I try to jot down anything that is said to me that is unprecedentedly stupid. It is important to keep receipts. Lots of people don't know that the monster's name isn't Frankenstein, Logan. Stop putting people down. Stop it. Stop.
What?
Anyway, where's Pat?
I think I was paying
I'm
attention.
Here, Thomas. I dressed as a ghost. Oh, wow. Amazing. Just kidding. I had to cut you. Ah. Okay, well, I feel like a fool. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Thomas here still hasn't picked out a candy bowl for next year's trick-or-treaters, the little procrastinator. And I can't decide if he should get an orange bowl with black bats or a black bowl with orange bats. Patton, what are you... Or orange pumpkins. That makes more sense. That's the one, Thomas. Patton, what is this?
precious.
Have you forgotten the discussion we had concerning our coordinated costume choices? Wait, coordinated costumes? You were supposed to be the Wolfman, Patton, of some measly mutt.
I mean,
am
a
the
puppy is a
Wolfman. I have the
wolf.
floppy ears. I've got this cute little tag with my name on it. That does not say your name on it. That's Scooby-Doo's tag. Oh, must have gotten my name tag mixed up with someone else's. Well, someone's Scooby costume is ruined. Sorry, Patton, did you say Wolfman? Yeah, Wolfman. It was Wolfman. Yeah, Wolfman. Wolfman.
gosh.
Wolfman. 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 Are you guys Are you guys messing with me? Patton, we all agreed that we were going to wear scary costumes. Do not spoil this belated Halloween for me. Wait, scary
It's
costumes?
Christmas, not
I
Halloween.
don't think I got the memo on that one. I literally don't know how we discussed it in your head. Well, Spider-Man is sort of scary. He wears a mask so no one knows who he is.
Spiders.
He's always fighting crime at night.
Not
Fighting
always
is
Peter
scary.
Parker.
Nighttime is scary. The spider on the middle of your chest is scary. Spider-Man's scary! You're scary! Go away, Spider-Man! It's okay, Patton. It's just me. It's just me. Promise. You're Spider-Man? Calm yourself, JJ. Spider-Man's not scary. He's a hero. Scary is more like this.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
No, not like that. Are you kidding me? I spent all day working on this. Be afraid. Be very afraid! Oh, sorry, bud. I just don't think that we find you as scary anymore. What?
Ooh.
But that's good. You're part of the group now. You work with us.
There's the
instead of
setup.
against us? Ugh, let me rephrase that, okay? You're not frightening them anymore? Why not? Frightening us. You're not including yourself. Why? I am fearless. And therefore powerful. I've seen you scared. Virgil, why aren't you doing your job? I'm obviously trying. And actively failing. Have you forgotten about the graph that I illustrated of the Eurostats curve? Yeah.
We just watched that episode
Good.
today
You
with my
remembered
mom.
something that I taught you for once. Then surely you remember the optimum point of tension.
I just
signifying
noticed he
that
still
it's
has his
not
tie
good
on.
to experience none of anxiety's effects. I don't know about none of its effects. Virgil is still very scary. You just gotta give him a chance. Virgil, do that, do that thing with your face. Oh, okay.
Good.
Uh-oh, you scared the pants right off of me. It's just... Oh my gosh, you guys don't think I'm scary. Put your pants back on, don't patronize me. You mean patronize? Whatever. That just slipped out. I mean, we spent an entire 2-part episode discussing how you weren't a malicious entity. We bonded and stuff.
This is really
understand
ironic
now.
that we just
Understand
watched this
what?
episode
Your
today.
Being scary was really mainly a thing when you were isolating yourself, before you knew a better way to help me. Now that we've broken down that wall, you don't have to, keep up the act. Act? Well, not an act, but a phase. A phase. Well, sure, everyone goes through phases. They're embarrassing, but we get over them. We're all just happy you're embracing who you truly are now so we can be pals. Listen, we may be friends, but that doesn't mean I can't scare you anymore. I'm your anxiety. That is what I do. Well, not anymore, apparently. How hard is it to distress someone? I mean, just watch. Thomas, given human beings limited years, there's a cap on how many things you'll be able to make in your lifetime, meaning you probably don't have the time to create everything that you want. Oh my gosh. Why would you say that? Jeez, dude. See?
That's
all it
far.
took was a little logic. Wait, is it so
Don't.
wrong that Virgil's doing something a little different now? Why can't that phase be over? Patton's with me. The dog days are over. Take it from me, Virgil. As someone who's gone through a few phases myself, phases are like Halloween
The moon.
costumes. A time comes when you wear one around, but eventually it's time to take the costume off. The phases I've gone through are in the past, and I feel like I can finally be my real self now. Huh. Interesting perspective, Thomas. Sorry, everyone. I hate the dark. Somebody light a match.
Same.
Not because I farted. I'm glad you brought up those phases you went through. Let's talk
happening?
about those.
Oh. Patton.
Oh my.
Ew.
What have you done? Anyone remember Thomas's cosplay phase? Oof, yeah. No, I was not good at costume construction. So you changed my costume as an example? It's rude. I was so into that scene. Made so many different costumes, went to all the local cons, but my costumes always fell short compared to
Same.
everyone else. Oh, that absolutely defeated me. I couldn't cope with the fact that we weren't on the same level as all the other incredible cosplayers at the cons you attended. Aw, that was big of you to admit, Roman. Too bad your big admission is
Glad we're getting
dwarfed by
Tom's
your
backstory now.
gargantuan failures. Yikes,
Ooh.
those were ugly words there, kiddo. Not as ugly as Thomas's cosplays. Better looking than your face! We have the same... Never mind. Just let it go, Virgil.
You know, extending beyond this penny dreadful theatricality.
Penny dreadful theatricality. I see what you did there.
Pun not intended. There is something interesting to be said about all of this talk of
don't get the pun.
phases. Yeah? Yes, I
The moon.
can't help but be reminded of Erik Erikson's
What a name.
theory of psychosocial development.
What a name.
Particularly the fourth psychosocial crisis, entitled Industry versus Inferiority.
Catchy.
What?
During this phase, one aims to gain a sense of competence when developing skills. If unsuccessful, one could develop feelings of inferiority. However, a mixture of failures and successes could lead to a more agreeable balance of competency and modesty.
Oh my gosh, he's so right. I'm so modest.
So cosplay is something that
Okay,
made
Roman.
me feel inferior. Potentially, but remember, you were also trying your hand at other trades during that phase. Singing, filmmaking, etc., with which you felt more successful. And your proficiency at said skills provided a necessary counter to your more embarrassing efforts. Well, maybe I was wrong to be embarrassed by my cosplay. Well, not wrong, but yeah, I had fun. I did it because I was passionate about the characters. Going to conventions gave me a chance to meet people that liked the same geeky stuff as me. So what if I didn't have the means to create a film quality costume?
memes.
I shouldn't have given up so easily.
Oh, but you can always get back into it.
Would you really want to revisit that? You should just let the past die. Kill it, if you have to.
Easy there, Kylo friend.
Oh my gosh, a nice nickname? I hadn't thought of that.
You shouldn't give up on things just because they're hard, or if you're not good at them right away.
You know, you're right. And I feel like I've also probably improved since then with all the costuming for videos.
Yes.
That time in my life might have been an essential stepping stone in order to get to where I am today. Stepping stone? More like throwing stone. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to actually hit you. That was just supposed to scare you.
Gosh.
But I bet now you're going through another phase of pain. Sorry again, though. You know, Virgil, this isn't so scary. You just diminished my costume quality, that's all. Careful, or it'll be Thomas's girl phase next. Oh, you mean when you feigned an attraction towards women?
You mean the first 23 years of my life?
That's right.
You were so repressed.
It was very hard for me.
Oh, I bet Virgil has a ton more to scare us with. How about me next, you bat-winged cherub?
I mean, you bad boy. All right.
Hot dog!
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Goth phase.
Yes, Patton. The emo phase.
But this may be
Perfect.
the scariest phase in all of Thomas's life. Well,
Oh, he has the brown hair.
Scary is a little harsh.
no, Thomas, you were such an angsty teenager, and you know how teenagers scare the living poop out of me.
Oh, Patton, you don't have to make emo song references.
But it's better if you do.
I agree with Patton. This is a horrifying period to revisit through all of the relentless waves of hormones and emotions. No one could understand me. Yeah, I was really going through some stuff when I was younger. There's a lot to get a handle on.
Well, that's what you get when you let your heart win.
Whoa.
I am Paramore.
Roman.
You can stop.
Making the song 100 times better? Maybe. I can try.
Oh, the ill-fitting hairdos I wore. And all the bracelets, too. How did I wear so many bracelets? Who let me do that? Being old enough to comprehend depression.
Pretty sure I have that same old-time low
Still
bracelet.
too young to wrap your head around why things are the way they are resulted in you becoming a little try-hard. You only made things worse for yourself by dressing in a way that was so wannabe edgy.
I didn't know
You
Thomas
were
had a
just
phase like that.
Making it way too easy to insult you.
Hypocrite say what?
What?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it worked.
Shut up. Also, what were you thinking going to events like Warped Tour? You hate crowds.
Now, I don't want to overload anyone with information.
Since when?
But this also sounds like one of Erikson's stages of psychosocial development.
Identity versus role confusion. This stage describes one's search for personal identity and a sense of self, trying to figure out who you are. It's a time for exploring and seeking a figurative place where one belongs in society. If one doesn't have an easy time during this stage,
Rolling
they could
sneer.
experience an identity crisis and experiment with different lifestyles.
I've
An
had many of
identity
those.
crisis that clearly hasn't ended. I mean, what am I other than a highly condensed ball of angst whose style is a relic from that time in your life?
Oh my gosh, yeah! And now we're basically style twins! Oh,
He
look
has
out, everyone. Just
the
a couple of cool guys coming
cardigan
through.
still.
Patton. Sorry. Well, I
Aw.
mean, maybe that angst is still with me to some extent, but you work with us now. You're not in the driver's seat anymore. You have a seat at the discussion table. I was absolutely frightened out of my mind back then, but only because I was trying to understand difficult feelings for the first time. Whew, glad that's over with. Patton, what do you think we're doing every time we meet up? Catching up. And then I found a healthy way
piano.
to express myself. Screaming lyrics. Yeah, lyrics that resonated with me and made me feel less alone. And Virgil, going to concerts made me feel like there was a place for me in society. And I really needed that at the time. Honestly, that was a time where I developed a lot of the values I still believe in today. Plus, the music is still pretty darn cool. Well, that goes without saying. I don't think I really have any other embarrassing phases. Huzzah! And that means my beautiful costume can remain untouched. Princey, Princey, Princey. So naive.
What is this?
His burlap sack phase?
What?
Oh, I get it. It's Vine. Oh, Vine with the vines. The Vine. He was on Vine. Yes, the Vine phase.
How is that a bad
I hate
phase?
to say it, but this is a miserable failure on your part. The Vine phase wasn't scary. On the contrary, I'm rather proud of all the work we did. Oh, all the work?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Put it away now! It's okay, it's okay. We're on YouTube now, where we're safe from all the bad decisions. I've always made things that I can be proud of on YouTube. Thomas, don't invite something else. Oh, Thomas, Vine may be dead, but it still haunts you like a malevolent apparition.
I mean, that's where he got most of his audience, right?
In developing your voice as a creator. But no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you will never grow past it. No! Your tombstone will read, "Here lies Thomas Sanders." Remember
the Vine
him?
guy.
He was the storytime guy on Vine.
That's not a bad thing.
No? Because I don't know. If people were to remember your Vines years down the line, I think that'd be pretty neat. Oh my God, you're awesome. Did Derek's son have anything to say about this? You mean Erickson? Oh,
Derek's son.
Right. The only sons I can keep straight are my own.
But none of them are straight.
Yes, the Generativity versus Stagnation Stage does share a few notable qualities with Thomas's Vine phase. Well, why don't you generate an explanation for us, Logan? Holy shit. Well, it has to do with one's desire to create and be involved in the community. The function of this stage is, ideally, to figuratively make your mark on the world through creating or nurturing something that will outlast you. Oh my gosh, I was literally talking to you about this same thing a while ago. Me and this Erickson guy. Wow, so I was doing exactly what I needed to be doing. I was taking part in an online community, and I accidentally stumbled into making something that was bigger than me. Just by doing something that I enjoyed? That's so freaking cool. And sure, I made mistakes all the time, but you know, I'm better now, right? I don't know. Are you? I don't know, am I? All right, I believe I understand the intended outcome of
Virgil gonna try to become the villain again?
If you had never made that horrendously bad Vine. Okay, now you guys are just being mean. The Vines aren't that bad. My humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my lovely lady lumps. Dude, stop it! We did not need another example. Most of them weren't that bad. Yeah. Your boy has delivered some ill-conceived content, but that was part of his development. Similarly, if we hadn't endured those various cringe-inspiring periods of your life, then you wouldn't know the things that you know now, or be
destroy
the person
cringe
that I am
culture.
today. Yeah, duh. It's not that I haven't changed, but when you reduce a piece of my history to just a phase, you ignore everything that I went through. Who I was when I scared you all the time is no less real than who I am now. Past phases are the foundation of who you've become. Oh, here's my name tag.
Hot.
So if you remove that foundation,
That's
what's
precious.
left standing? Oh, sorry if we tore you down a little bit, Virgil. A pun-infused touching moment? That is so my aesthetic. Look, dealing with me will never be a walk in the park. And you can't pretend that it will be. When you try to deny me, I get frustrated and I lash out. You talk about how I work with you now. That's great. But I need you to work with me too. You're right. You're right. I don't suppose there's anything I can do to remedy the situation? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get even with you. What? What does that mean? What are you gonna do? When are you gonna do it?
Why is it zooming in like this?
Zeus, dear Newton. Dear John! Thomas,
Gosh.
do you remember your fedora phase?
No. Please don't tell me.
All right, now we're even. You don't bring up a guy's fedora phase, Virgil.
Oh,
There's
is he
gotta be a
okay?
line. Not even if that guy belittled someone's past hardships? Fine, I wore a fedora, or 7. It was 1 week. You could barely call it a phase. My head is not built for hats. Does the fedora thing tie into the lesson in any way? Nope. I just had a point to prove. I
Is
still
that
got
real?
it. Yeah, you certainly do. Don't question me again, Sanders. If he's going back to being scary, can I go back to calling him names? No, you have to be nice. I'm just glad he didn't go into the girl phase. You with a girl defies all me. Yeah, no, it wasn't fun for anyone. Thomas, I feel kind of confused now. I always try to show Virgil love and support, but lately, I feel like I always inevitably do something wrong. Oh, Patton, I understand. There's a lot that Virgil could do that I don't want him to do. He knows exactly how to push my buttons, but he is who he is. All we can do is try to listen to him as best as we can and adapt to his needs. It's not an easy thing to navigate, so we're going to run into problems. But if it's any consolation, Patton, I can see how hard you try. And I think you're doing a really great job. Whew, well, my nerves are shot.
That was so
I
sweet.
guess the takeaway from this is that phases, although sometimes embarrassing, aren't inherently artificial. They're the building blocks of the person you are now. We're constantly growing, and our experiences shape us. Embrace where you are in your life right now. Whoever you are right this minute, you're real. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Until next time, take it easy, ghost schools and non-binary ghouls.
What?
I don't know, I was trying something. Take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out. Have yourself a scary little Christmas. Very
So-
well done, Virgil.
Oh, go away.
Evolved
Go
deceit.
away.
Real classy of you to sneak up on a side in the middle of housekeeping. Well, classy is my middle name.
What?
Seriously, it's on my birth certificate. You can look it up for proof. Yeah, maybe an opposite town. All right. You're overselling it now. Oh, you are hilarious, Virgil. You always have
I was
been. What are
afraid
you
of
doing
this.
here? A bunch of talk about Halloween. A season for dressing up and pretending to be something or someone else. You're
Can't
right.
look
A
at him.
master of deception such as myself has no place in that kind of discussion. Okay, me being able to elicit fear doesn't take away from the fact that I've grown. So don't even try me with
True.
that, Harvey Dent.
True.
Clever retort and convincing statement and cool costume. Are you supposed to be Scarecrow in Joel Schumacher's canceled third Batman film? You know this is what I normally wear. I've never seen that outfit in my life. Stylish clothing aside, just be sure to keep up that personal growth, Virgil. Who knows?
What is
Maybe
he
soon
doing?
You could be rid of us all.
What? What does he mean by that?
I was totally not looking for this.
Shoot, what is that? What was it?
You better run. What was that? Nothing, get out!
What is he planning? That makes me very nervous. What is he doing? What did he mean by that ending? That was a really good episode. I don't want to talk much because my family is like right outside, but I will post about my thoughts and feelings about this on Twitter. Because I have a lot of them, or even in the description. Makes me nervous, that ending. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a happy, probably New Year at this point.